The moment your desire stops looking needy, it starts becoming dangerous. Hey folks, let's be real. Most men kill attraction because they try too hard to create it. They look for the perfect line, the perfect compliment, the perfect moment, the perfect move. They lean forward with hungry energy, hoping her smile will confirm their value. And even when they say the right words, she can feel the need underneath them. That is where the whole thing breaks. A woman does not only respond to what you do, she responds to the state you are in while you do it. She can feel whether you are centered or desperate. She can feel whether your desire has discipline behind it, or whether one look from her can pull you out of your frame. My friend, real attraction is not built by chasing harder. It is built when you become the man who chooses, not the man begging to be chosen. You create curiosity by not explaining everything. You create tension by controlling your rhythm. You create desire by staying calm when the moment gets heated instead of rushing from hunger. Today you will learn the mental strategy that makes a woman feel drawn to your presence without you losing yourself. You will understand how to hold your masculine center, create space she craves, make desire feel safe, and let your values speak before your words do. This is not manipulation. This is Stoic self-mastery, sexual discipline, and masculine control. Let's get into it. Number 1. Become her chosen man. Let us get straight to it, folks. You do not become her chosen man by chasing her harder. You become her chosen man when she feels that you are also choosing. That is the mental shift most men miss. They enter attraction like applicants waiting for approval. They hope she likes them. They hope they say the right thing. They hope their attention is enough to make her want more. But hope is not masculine presence. A woman can feel when a man is silently asking, "Am I good enough for you?" She can feel it in his posture, his fast words, his nervous laugh, his over-explaining his hunger for signs. Even if he looks confident on the outside, the energy underneath says, "Please choose me." That kills tension. Think about Stephen, 54, a divorced business consultant from Atlanta. He met Rachel, 47, at a wine tasting hosted by a friend. Rachel was attractive, sharp, and used to men leaning forward too quickly. Most men tried to impress her within the first few minutes. They talked about money, travel cars, or how different they were from other men. Stephen did not do that. He was warm, but not overeager. He asked questions, but not like an interview. He listened, watched her energy, and let the conversation breathe. When Rachel teased him and said he looked like a man who always got his way, Stephen smiled and said, "Maybe, but I am still deciding if I like your attitude." Rachel laughed because it was not needy. It had edge, but not disrespect. It told her something important. Stephen was interested, but he was not already sold. My friend, that is positioning. The man who gets chosen is not the man begging for a place in her world. He is the man standing in his own world, seeing whether she fits. That does not mean arrogance. It does not mean acting cold. It means you stop treating beauty like authority. You stop treating attraction like permission to abandon your standards. A woman can feel when your attention has discernment. She feels that your desire is real but not desperate. She feels that your interest is active but not automatic. That makes her wonder. And curiosity is the first doorway to deeper attraction. Stoicism teaches you to control what belongs to you. Your posture belongs to you. Your pace belongs to you. Your standards belong to you. Her approval does not. So stop handing your center to a woman just because she is attractive. Notice her, yes. Enjoy her, yes. But do not make her the judge of your worth. To become her chosen man, you must first become a man who chooses himself. Ask yourself, is she warm? Is she respectful? Is she emotionally mature? Does she bring peace or chaos? Does she respond to your presence with genuine interest or only enjoy being admired? These questions keep you out of worship mode and inside your masculine frame. That is what Stephen did. He did not chase Rachel's approval. He stayed present, playful, selective, and grounded. And because he did not act like every other man trying to win her, She became more curious about winning his attention. That is the shift. Become the man who evaluates, not the man who performs. The man who chooses, not the man who begs. The man whose desire has standards. When you stand there calm, she feels a different kind of heat. Not pressure, not need. A controlled desire that makes your attention feel valuable. Write this in the comments. I choose first. Stay with me, because the next part shows how holding your masculine center makes your presence stronger than any line you could say. Number 2. Hold your masculine center. Let us be honest, folks. Your masculine center is the part of you that does not move just because a woman is beautiful, distant, warm, cold, playful, or hard to read. It is the inner axis that keeps you steady when desire starts pulling on your mind. Without that center, every attractive woman becomes a storm, and every reaction from her becomes your weather. That is how men lose power. A woman can feel when your center is outside yourself. She can feel when her smile makes you overtalk, when her silence makes you nervous, when her beauty makes you abandon your standards. She may not name it, but she senses the shift. Your voice changes, your timing changes. Your posture leans too far forward. Your words start trying to earn something instead of simply expressing who you are. My friend, that is not attraction, that is approval seeking. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. That quote is not just philosophy, it is dating reality. Her mood is an outside event. Her interest is an outside event. Her body language, her laugh, her delayed reply, her teasing, all of it sits outside your control. What belongs to you is your mind, your rhythm, your breath, your standards, and your ability to stay grounded while desire is present. That is your masculine center. When you hold it, your presence changes. You do not rush to fill silence. You do not chase every little sign. You do not collapse into performance because she looks good. You let the moment come to you. You observe. You decide. You allow attraction to exist without letting it drag you around by the neck. And that is where desire begins to respect you. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." If one woman's attention can make you forget who you are not free. If one flirtatious look can make you throw away your pace, you are not free. If one moment of tension can make you over-explain your value, you are not free. You are being led by hunger. The centered man is different. He can feel attraction and still breathe slowly. He can want her and still watch whether she is worthy of his attention. He can enjoy the heat without becoming controlled by it. That is why his energy feels stronger. He is not trying to possess the moment. He is strong enough to hold it. This does not mean acting cold. A centered man is not a statue. He can smile, he can flirt, he can show desire. But his desire has a spine. It does not beg, it does not leak. It does not turn him into a man who needs her reaction to feel alive. That kind of self-command creates instinctive safety. She feels that you are not desperate. She feels that your attention is real but not reckless. She feels that if the moment becomes intense, you will not lose control. And when a woman feels both tension and safety, attraction can deepen naturally. So practice holding your center before you ever enter the room. Slow your breathing, relax your body, stop scanning for approval. Remind yourself that you are not there to be chosen like a product on a shelf. You are there as a man with value, rhythm, restraint, and choice. That quiet certainty is what makes your presence feel heavy, controlled, and difficult to replace. Write this in the comments. I hold center. Let us keep going, because the next part shows how making her wonder more can create attraction without you chasing or explaining everything. Number 3. Make her wonder more. Let us get real, folks. Desire needs space to breathe. If you explain everything, reveal everything, answer every question before she even feels curiosity, you kill the tension before it has a chance to grow. A woman does not become deeply drawn to a man because he empties himself out in the first conversation. She becomes drawn when there is something about him she wants to discover. That is the power of making her wonder, not by lying, not by playing childish games, not by acting mysterious because you watched some cheap dating trick online. Real mystery comes from depth. It comes from having more inside you than you immediately reveal. It comes from speaking with intention instead of nervous overexposure. Think about Daniel, 56, a former attorney from Dallas. He met Vanessa, 48, at a private dinner with mutual friends. Vanessa was intelligent, attractive, and used to men trying to impress her fast. Most men gave her their whole life story within 10 minutes. Divorce details, career achievements, travel stories, personal pain. Everything poured out like they were auditioning for her approval. Daniel did not do that. When Vanessa asked about his career, he answered simply, "I practiced law for years, then decided peace was worth more than winning arguments for a living." That was it. He did not launch into a speech. He did not explain every chapter. He let the sentence sit. Vanessa leaned in and asked, "What made you decide that?" Now he had her curiosity. My friend, that is how attraction often builds. Not from giving less because you are empty, but from giving enough because you are full. A man with depth does not rush to prove he has depth. He lets it appear in layers. He understands that curiosity is emotional movement. If she is wondering about you, part of her mind is already following you. But most men ruin this. They feel one spark of interest, and they start flooding the space. They over-explain their past. They confess too quickly. They reveal every intention because they fear losing the moment. They think transparency means attraction, but too much too soon creates closure. Once everything is explained, there is nothing left for her imagination to touch. A Stoic man does not need to spill himself to be understood. He is comfortable being discovered slowly. He knows that not every part of his life needs to be handed over immediately. His story has doors, not open windows everywhere. This does not mean you become vague or manipulative. It means you stop using information as a plea for approval. Answer clearly, but do not drain the mystery from your own presence. Let her ask another question. Let the moment stretch. Let your silence carry some weight. Daniel did that. He did not hide. He simply moved with restraint. And because he did not rush to fill every gap, Vanessa stayed curious. She wanted to know more about him because he did not act like a man desperate to be fully known in one evening. That is attractive. So make her wonder more by becoming a man with layers. Build a life worth asking about. Speak enough to invite curiosity, not so much that you bury it. Leave space for her imagination. Leave space for her interest. Leave space for desire to rise without being smothered by your need to explain. Write this in the comments. I create curiosity. Stay with me because the next part shows why stopping the habit of explaining your desire can make it feel stronger, cleaner, and more masculine. Number 4. Stop explaining your desire. Let us be honest, folks. Desire loses power when you keep explaining it. A man can feel attraction, show interest, and create tension without turning his desire into a speech. But many men do the opposite. They feel a woman's pull, then panic. They start clarifying too much. They tell her how interested they are too early. They explain why they like her, why she is different, why they feel something, why they are not like other men. And without realizing it, they drain the mystery out of the moment. My friend, desire does not need a courtroom defense. It needs presence, control, timing, and restraint. When a man explains his desire too much, it often signals insecurity. It says, "I need you to believe this. I need you to approve this. I need you to respond so I can feel safe." That is not masculine tension. That is emotional pressure. Seneca said, "If you wish to be loved, love." But notice something. He did not say, "Explain your love until it becomes heavy." He did not say, "Turn every feeling into a negotiation." Real desire is felt through how you carry yourself. Your tone, your patience, your eye contact, your discipline, your ability to be clear without becoming needy. A woman can feel when your desire has control behind it. You do not need to say too much. You do not need to keep proving that you are attracted. You do not need to turn a moment of chemistry into a long confession. Sometimes a calm compliment lands harder than a paragraph. Sometimes a steady pause carries more heat than 5 explanations. Sometimes the strongest thing you can say is simple, direct, and then let the silence do its work. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. That matters here." Her reaction is outside your control. Whether she leans in, pulls back, smiles, tests you, or stays quiet, that belongs to her. What belongs to you is the quality of your desire. Is it controlled? Is it respectful? Is it grounded? Or is it reaching for validation? That is the difference. A weak man explains desire because he wants reassurance. A disciplined man expresses desire with enough clarity to be felt and enough restraint to be respected. He does not hide. He does not beg. He does not flood the moment. He lets interest breathe. Now, folks, if this lesson is helping you sharpen your masculine presence, emotional control, and stoic discipline, consider joining the channel as a member. Your support helps us create deeper lessons for men who want real self-mastery, not shallow tricks. Here is the part most men need to understand. Over-explaining creates closure too soon. It tells her everything before her curiosity has time to grow. It removes the space where her imagination could have worked. It gives her a finished answer when desire needed an open door. A stoic man does not create confusion, he creates space. There is a difference. Confusion makes a woman feel unsafe. Space makes her curious. Confusion plays games. Space lets attraction breathe. Confusion hides intention. Space expresses intention without begging for a reaction. So stop explaining your desire like you are trying to convince her to feel something. Let your actions carry weight. Let your presence speak. Let your restraint show that your attraction is real but not reckless. If you like her, show it cleanly. If the moment has tension, hold it calmly. If she responds with warmth, continue with respect. If she does not, stay grounded and keep your dignity. That is masculine control. Your desire becomes stronger when it is not spilling everywhere. It becomes cleaner when it is not mixed with fear. It becomes more attractive when it comes from a man who owns himself. Write this in the comments. I desire calmly. Do not go anywhere, because the next part shows how controlling the rhythm can make attraction grow without pressure or neediness. Number 5. Control the sexual rhythm. Let us get real, folks. Sexual rhythm does not mean rushing toward closeness. It means understanding the emotional pace that makes attraction grow without pressure. A woman can feel when a man is trying to force the moment forward because his desire is louder than his discipline. She can also feel when a man knows how to let tension build, breathe, and move naturally. That second man is rare. Most men lose attraction because they have no rhythm. They either push too fast or they freeze completely. One man acts hungry and makes her feel crowded. The other man feels the tension, but is too afraid to lead, so the moment dies in silence. Both men are controlled by fear. One fears losing the chance, the other fears making a mistake. A grounded man does not move from fear. Think about Marcus, 55, a hotel owner from Miami. He met Teresa, 47, at a private dinner with friends. The conversation had chemistry from the start. Teresa laughed easily. She held eye contact. She stayed near him after the group moved to another room. Marcus felt the attraction, but he did not rush to prove he felt it. He controlled the rhythm. He did not overtalk. He did not flood her with compliments. He did not make the moment heavy. He let the conversation rise, then slow. He gave her attention, then gave space. He showed interest with his tone, his patience, and the way he stayed present without trying to own the moment. Teresa noticed that. She was used to men becoming obvious the second they felt desire. They leaned in too hard. They pushed for reassurance. They tried to turn every spark into an outcome. Marcus felt different. His desire was there, but it had control behind it. That made the tension stronger, not weaker. My friend, rhythm is leadership, not control over her, control over yourself. It is knowing when to speak, when to pause, when to step closer emotionally, and when to let the moment breathe. It is understanding that attraction does not need to be grabbed. It needs to be guided. This is where Stoicism becomes practical. A man ruled by impulse destroys rhythm. He cannot handle silence. He cannot handle uncertainty. He cannot handle the slow build. He wants proof now. He wants the answer now. He wants the feeling confirmed now. That hunger makes him predictable. But the disciplined man can hold desire without spilling it everywhere. Marcus did exactly that. When Teresa asked him a personal question, he answered with honesty but not too much. When the conversation became quiet, he did not rush to rescue it. He smiled, held the moment calmly, and let her choose whether to stay inside that tension. She did. Later, she told him, "You do not push. You make people come closer." That is rhythm. Folks, a woman often becomes more drawn to the man who can create tension without making it unsafe. Pressure closes her. Rhythm opens the moment. Pressure says, "I need this from you." Rhythm says, "I can feel this energy and still remain in command of myself." So control the rhythm by slowing down. Let your voice settle. Let your attention become intentional. Do not reveal every feeling too soon. Do not rush every pause. Do not confuse desire with urgency. If the connection is real, it will not disappear just because you gave it space. And if it does disappear, it was not strong enough to chase. Write this in the comments. I control rhythm. Stay with me, because the next part shows how staying calm in heat separates the man with self-mastery from the man controlled by desire. Number 6. Stay calm in heat. Let us be honest, folks. Heat reveals the man. It is easy to act calm when nothing is pulling on you. It is easy to speak with control when the room is quiet, the woman is neutral, and your desire is not awake. But when the tension rises, when her eyes hold yours a little longer, when the silence gets charged, when the moment starts testing your discipline, that is when your real level of self-mastery shows. Most men lose themselves right there. They feel attraction, and suddenly their pace changes. Their voice gets too eager. Their eyes start asking for permission too loudly. Their words become heavier than the moment can carry. They try to move things forward before trust has caught up. My friend, that is how heat turns into pressure. A woman can feel when desire owns you. She can feel when you are no longer leading yourself. She can feel when your body is present, but your mind is already chasing an outcome. She may not say it directly, but her energy changes. She becomes more guarded. The warmth pulls back. The tension that could have grown naturally starts to close because your hunger stepped ahead of your control. That is why staying calm in heat matters. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. That wisdom applies directly here. Her beauty is an outside event. Her attention is an outside event. The chemistry between you is an outside event. But your breath, your pace, your tone, your restraint, and your respect belong to you. If you cannot control those things, you are not leading. You are being led. Stoicism does not teach a man to kill desire. That would be weak in another direction. Desire is not the enemy. Desire can be clean, masculine, and powerful when it is governed. The enemy is impulse. The enemy is needing the moment to satisfy your ego. The enemy is treating attraction like something you must capture immediately before it disappears. A grounded man understands that real heat does not need panic. He lets the moment breathe. He stays aware of her comfort. He does not rush to fill every pause or force every feeling into words. He can feel the pull and still remain steady. He can enjoy the tension without trying to own it. He can be interested without becoming needy. That calm is what makes him different. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." If heat makes you reckless, you are not free. If desire makes you forget your standards, you are not free. If attraction makes you ignore the pace of the woman in front of you, you are not free. You are serving the feeling instead of leading it. And women feel that difference. A woman feels safer around a man who can hold intensity without spilling it everywhere. She feels more open around a man who does not make her responsible for his control. She feels more curious when your desire is present but disciplined. That combination creates a deeper pull because it carries both tension and safety. So when the moment heats up, slow down internally. Let your breathing settle. Relax your shoulders. Keep your voice grounded. Watch her energy. If she softens, stay present. If she pulls back, respect it instantly. Do not make the moment about proving you are bold. Make it about proving you are aware. That is masculine discipline. The man who stays calm in heat does not weaken attraction. He protects it. He lets desire grow inside a container of respect, control, and patience. Write this in the comments. I master heat. Stay tuned, because the next part shows how creating space without games can make her crave your presence without making the connection feel forced. Number 7. Create space she craves. Let us get real, folks. Space becomes attractive when it feels clean, not confusing. A woman does not crave space because you disappear like a boy playing games. She craves space when your presence was strong enough to be felt and your absence is calm enough to make her wonder. That is the difference most men never learn. Weak men create space to punish. Needy men create space and then stare at the phone. A grounded man creates space because he has a life, a center, and a rhythm that does not revolve around her reaction. He does not vanish to make her anxious. He steps back because attraction needs room to breathe. Think about Raymond, 57, a business owner from Scottsdale. He met Julia, 48, at a private art event. The chemistry was clear. She laughed at his dry humor. She asked real questions. She stayed near him even when other people joined the conversation. Raymond felt the pull, but he did not rush to consume the moment. He gave presence first. When they spoke, he was fully there. No checking his phone, no scanning the room for better attention, no throwing compliments like loose change. But when the conversation reached a high point, he did something most men would be afraid to do. He ended it before the energy went flat. He smiled and said, "I like talking with you. I am going to say hello to an old friend, but I want to continue this later." Then he actually stepped away. Julia watched him move through the room with calm confidence. He was not looking back every few seconds to see if she noticed. He was not using distance as a trick. He was simply a man with his own rhythm. And because he left the interaction with warmth, clarity, and unfinished tension, part of her mind stayed with him. That is how space creates craving. My friend, desire often grows in the gap between presence and absence. If you stay too long, explain too much, answer every question, and keep reaching for proof that she likes you, you drain the tension. But if you give strong presence and then let space open, you allow her imagination to continue the connection after you are gone. This is not manipulation, this is rhythm. A Stoic man does not create emotional confusion. He creates space with integrity. He is clear enough to make her feel respected, but restrained enough to keep the moment alive. He does not punish her with silence. He does not disappear after creating trust. He simply refuses to overstay, overgive, or over-explain. That restraint can feel powerful, especially to a woman who is used to men rushing because they cannot tolerate uncertainty or control their need for approval in the moment. Julia later found Raymond near the patio and said, "You left me with a question." Raymond smiled and asked only one. She laughed, and the energy was stronger than before. Why? Because he had not smothered it. He had let it breathe. Folks, this is where men need discipline. Space only works when your presence had value first. If you were boring, needy, or disconnected, leaving just ends the moment. But if your presence was calm, warm, and controlled, space becomes a hook in her mind. So create space she craves by staying full inside your own life. Give attention with quality. Leave before desperation enters. Let her feel that your time is valuable, your rhythm is yours, and your desire has control behind it. Write this in the comments. I create space. Stay with me, because the next part shows how making desire feel safe can turn tension into something deeper than surface attraction. Number 8. Make desire feel safe. Let us be honest, folks. Desire only deepens when it feels safe, not weak, not boring, not passive, safe. There is a difference. A woman can feel attraction toward a man, but if his energy feels rushed, hungry, or careless, her guard comes up. She may still be curious, but her body does not fully relax. Her mind starts watching for pressure instead of enjoying the tension. That is where most men destroy the very desire they are trying to create. They think attraction means pushing harder, more intensity, more words, more obvious signals, more proof that they want her. But desire is not built by force. Desire grows when tension and safety exist together. Too much pressure, and she closes. Too much passivity, and the heat dies. The disciplined man knows how to hold both. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That is the center of this lesson. You cannot force her desire. You cannot control her timing. You cannot demand her openness. What you can control is your presence, your patience, your tone, your pace, and your respect. That is what makes desire feel safe. My friend, a woman can feel when your desire is governed. She can feel when you are attracted to her but not controlled by that attraction. She can feel when you notice the tension but do not turn it into pressure. She can feel when your confidence has restraint behind it. That creates a different kind of heat, because she does not have to defend herself from your need. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." A man who cannot master his desire is not free. He may call it passion, but if he becomes impatient, needy, or careless, the moment attraction appears, he is being ruled by impulse. And impulse does not create safety. It creates uncertainty. A Stoic man does something different. He lets desire exist without letting it drive the whole moment. He can look at her with interest, speak with warmth, and create tension, but he also pays attention. Is she comfortable? Is she engaged? Is she relaxed? Is she choosing to stay in the moment? He does not assume. He observes. He does not grab for the outcome. He lets the connection show him what is real. That kind of awareness is powerful, because when desire feels safe, she can soften. She can become more curious. She can enjoy the tension instead of bracing against it. She can feel your masculine presence without feeling crowded by your hunger. That is what separates a man with self-mastery from a man who is simply reacting to attraction. And listen closely. Safety does not mean you hide your desire. A woman does not want a man who is so afraid of his own attraction that he becomes lifeless. She wants to feel that you are alive, interested and confident, but also controlled. She wants to feel that your desire has standards, patience and respect inside it. That is the balance. So make desire feel safe by slowing down. Let your voice stay grounded. Let your attention be clear but not desperate. Let her have room to respond. If the moment grows warmer, stay present. If the moment pulls back, respect it without resentment. Your dignity does not depend on forcing anything. This is Stoic masculinity in attraction. You create heat without chaos. You create tension without pressure. You create desire by being the man who can hold himself steady when another man would lose control. Write this in the comments. I create safety. Stay with me, because the next part shows why consistent value speaks louder than any performance you could put on. Number 9. Let value speak first. Let us get straight to it, folks. Value speaks before your mouth does. A woman reads the pattern of your life, your posture, your choices, your discipline, and your emotional control long before she decides what your words mean. You can say the perfect line, but if your energy feels needy, the line collapses. You can give the smooth compliment, but if your life looks empty behind it, the compliment feels like a request. This is where most men get attraction wrong. They try to perform value instead of embodying it. They dress the part for one-night practice. A few clever lines force confidence into their voice and hope the woman believes the image. But my friend, women are not only listening to the performance, they are feeling the man underneath it. Is he consistent? Is he grounded? Does he have standards? Does his attention come from choice or from hunger? Think about Robert, 55, a financial consultant from Charlotte. He met Denise, 48, at a charity auction. Denise was polished, intelligent, and used to men trying to impress her. Some men talked about their income. Some bragged about travel. Some kept circling back to themselves, hoping she would admire them. Robert did not lead with a sales pitch. He was well-dressed but not flashy. He spoke calmly, asked thoughtful questions, and did not rush to prove his importance. When Denise asked what he had been focused on lately, he said, "I have been helping my younger brother rebuild after a hard year. That matters more to me than another business win right now." That answer landed, not because it was dramatic, because it revealed value without begging for praise. It showed loyalty, depth, stability, a life with priorities. Denise felt that Robert was not performing masculinity for her approval. He was already living by a code, and she was simply getting a glimpse of it. That is what it means to let value speak first. A man with real value does not need to announce it every 5 minutes. His habits speak, his restraint speaks, his health speaks, his relationships speak, his ability to stay calm under tension speaks. His standards speak when he does not chase every attractive woman who gives him a smile. This is the power of consistency. A woman does not trust a performance. She responds to a pattern. If you are confident only when things are easy, that is not value. If you are respectful only when you think it will get you something, that is not value. If you are disciplined only when someone is watching, that is not value. Real value holds when there is no audience. Robert understood that. He did not try to overwhelm Denise with proof. He let the conversation reveal him slowly. He listened. He laughed. He disagreed once without becoming defensive. He did not rush to turn the interaction into a chase. By the end of the evening, Denise was the one asking if he would be at the next event. Folks, that is the shift. When value speaks first, attraction stops feeling like persuasion. You are not trying to convince her to desire you. You are letting her feel the kind of man you are. That creates a cleaner pull because it is not built on pressure. It is built on evidence. So build value before you display it. Train your body. Strengthen your mind. Keep your word. Develop purpose. Practice restraint. Have real friendships. Build a life with enough weight that your presence carries meaning before you explain anything. Write this in the comments. I embody value. Stay with me because the final part shows why stopping the chase for attraction makes your presence stronger than any seduction tactic. Number 10. Stop chasing attraction. Let us get straight to the final lesson, folks. The man who chases attraction usually pushes it away. Not because desire is wrong, not because women dislike being wanted, but because chasing attraction puts you in the wrong position. It turns you from a man with value into a man trying to manufacture a reaction. That is the trap. You start studying every look, every pause, every reply, every laugh. You wonder if you said enough, did enough, showed enough, proved enough. You begin performing instead of being present. And once you perform, she can feel the hunger underneath it. The words may be smooth, but the energy is asking for permission. My friend, attraction does not respect begging in a nicer outfit. The hidden strategy is not to seduce harder. It is to stop making attraction the goal of every movement. When attraction becomes your master, you lose your center. When self-mastery becomes your foundation, attraction becomes a response. That is the difference between the man who chases and the man who draws. A Stoic man does not walk into the room thinking, "How do I make her want me?" He walks in thinking, "Am I standing in my value? Am I calm? Am I clear? Am I disciplined? Am I choosing from strength?" That inner posture changes everything. His body relaxes. His voice slows. His eyes stop pleading. His attention becomes selective. His desire becomes controlled, not scattered. And women feel that. They feel when a man is trying to get something from them. They also feel when a man is already full enough to offer presence without emotional hunger. The first creates pressure. The second creates pull. The first says, "Please complete this feeling in me." The second says, "I am complete and I choose where my energy goes." That is masculine power. Stop chasing attraction by building the state that naturally creates it. Build your body, but do not worship appearance. Build your mind so silence does not scare you. Build your purpose so one woman's reaction does not decide your worth. Build your standards so beauty does not make you blind. Build your emotional control so heat does not turn into impulse. This is the full strategy. Become the chooser. Hold your masculine center. Let curiosity breathe. Stop explaining your desire. Control the rhythm. Stay calm in heat. Create space without games. Make desire feel safe. Let value speak first. Then finally, stop chasing attraction like it is something outside you that must be captured. Attraction becomes strongest when it is not forced. Now, this does not mean you become passive. Do not hide behind Stoicism as an excuse to do nothing. A man still leads. He still shows interest. He still speaks clearly. He still takes action when the moment is right. But he does all of it from control, not hunger. From awareness, not panic. From self-respect, not need. That is what separates real presence from performance. A woman may enjoy your compliments, but she responds deeper to your state. She may hear your words, but she feels your frame. She may notice your attention, but she remembers your control. When you stop chasing attraction and start embodying value, you become harder to ignore because your energy is no longer begging to be validated. This is why the work must happen before the moment. You cannot fake calm after years of chasing approval. You build it daily in private until it becomes visible without effort. So stop trying to be the perfect seducer. Become the man whose life, discipline, restraint and presence create attraction before he ever tries to create it. That is the final mental strategy. Write this in the comments. I attract naturally. Folks, today you learned the mental strategy behind real attraction. You saw why attraction is not built by chasing, over-explaining, or trying to force desire. It is built through masculine positioning, emotional control, rhythm, restraint, curiosity, and value. The deeper lesson is simple. A woman does not only respond to what you do, she responds to the state you carry while doing it. A Stoic man does not chase attraction. He becomes grounded enough, disciplined enough, and valuable enough that attraction begins to form around his presence. If you want deeper lessons on Stoic masculinity, emotional control, and mature attraction, consider joining the channel as a member. Your support helps this community grow stronger. And if this video helped you, subscribe to the channel for more daily Stoic lessons. Thank you for watching, folks. Stay calm, stay strong, and I will see you tomorrow.